Hello and welcome to the new video. Today we're gonna take a look at some fun battles with Cherrim for the Summer Cup that got submitted to me, so let's take a look at them straight away. You see something different here as well already. We're going to have a little bit of a different background here today, which is also going to change most likely throughout, I don't know, like the next few days, weeks, whatever. Hopefully it's already a little bit better than the last one. Like, honestly, I just have to change the last one. I just was kind of sick of looking at it, to be fair, but yeah, hopefully it's like kind of okay so far with the new background. If you have some ideas as well on how to change the background a little bit as well, then feel free to let me know down in the comment section. If you scroll down there anyway, feel free to leave a like on the video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Both is free, both would be really nice for me. And anyway, we're going to take a look here today at a triple grass team, and we don't even have Pokemon that I would expect on a triple grass team, like maybe something like the Ludicolo, which would be able to beat maybe some of the fire type Pokemon. But at least we're going to have here Trevenant, which is also going to be able to beat some of the fire-type Pokemon, as you can see here as well. They're going to have a Poliwrath in the back, which is going to get hit by that Seed Bomb, doing around like 67%. Oh, never mind, it does actually more damage now. And we can see the full farm down here from the Breloom. Moving on to the next battle, we're going to have here most likely one of the worst possible leads with the Shadow Charizard for this team. You have to stop into the Trevenant to still do some decent damage, I guess, against them, but like honestly, your entire team dies to fire-type Pokemon, so that's going to be a little bit of a trickier one. We will see the Charger Bug coming in here, and you can go for the bait of the Seed Bomb. Is it going to be able to get the shield? It does not, and the opponent is going to be able to retaliate here with the next charge move. I'm fairly certain that this is going to be already game over at this point, because like the opponent has two shields, you have a triple grass type team, and the opponent has two good answers against grass type Pokemon. And so this is going to be a very likely game, unless there's something happening here which I cannot see at the current time. I honestly can't see anything that would really change the outcome of this game. Maybe if you can like keep the energy swap out now into your Cherrim, or you just get farmed down by the Charizard. This is brutal to watch. But we're still gonna see here definitely a sweep from the Charizard as this Pokemon goes down from one Blast Burn. Hopefully we don't encounter too many other Fire-type Pokemon now. But here, I guess you can swap into the Breloom. I feel like both Pokemon that you have in the back are kind of decent against Vigoroth, which is kind of cool. Breloom is running the coverage move of Sludge Bomb. Doesn't Breloom learn also a Rock-type coverage move? I feel like this would be kind of cool in the current meta if it would. I am not too sure about it. Let me check real quick on the side on my game, because it would be kind of interesting. I know that it learns like Rock Tomb in the main series games, but it doesn't learn in Pokemon Go. That's kind of sad. It would have been cool to have like a Rock type move on this Pokemon, because it would have kind of broke the core of Charger Bug plus the Vigoroth. But anyway, still going to be able to get a shield from the Vigoroth. You don't have shields left anymore. But I feel like this is kind of the perfect amount of health for the Trevenant to go for on Seed Bomb. The opponent is going to be able to go for that Rock side first, but Seed Bomb does basically exactly the amount that the opponent has right now. Just a little bit slightly like less, I think. That's why it's also a great play by this player to overfarm by quite a bit. We will see the Seed Bomb getting the shield from the opponent, as you should have went. I think this might be just the Body Slam though, is it? It's just a Body Slam, so now you can even overfarm again a little bit further here, as they're going to have the Lantern in the back. This might mean that we're going to see here some nice booms from our Cherrim soon. Hopefully, I feel like you can put them into a range where it is easily enough to go for the Weather Ball Fire, and then just try to go ahead and go for the Solar Beam later on. Look at this, like they don't do really damage, you do quite a lot of damage with the super effective Bullet Seed here, and you can just go for the full farm, and we see the first boom here of today. They had 100 energy. Cherrim going to be able to go for that Solar Beam, and look at this. Boom, and knock them out, and we can move on to the next opponent. And honestly, looking at Cherrim, this kind of makes me want to play a different kind of Pokemon, which is quite similar to it, which might be also kind of cool in this current meta, which we're gonna take a look at eventually on this channel. You're gonna maybe see it in like a few days, but like there's a different Pokemon that is kind of similar to Cherrim, but might be a little bit better in the current meta. I'm fairly certain it would break both the Vigoroth plus the Charger Bug, which is kind of hilarious. So anyway, we're going to see a Lickitung here. You can decide what you want to do here, and I actually like this play. While it seems like kind of weird to go into a Ghost type against the Lickitung, you're going to be able to resist every single charge move from the opponent, and Lick is not going to do that much damage either, and so like it's kind of a safe play. You don't have to go for anything, and now you can actually go ahead and go. No, that's kind of unfortunate here. You gotta go for the Seed Bomb. Would have been cool if you would have been able to hit this Shadow Ball there against them, but you can still go for the super effective Weather Ball. Going to not do enough damage anyway, but the opponent decides to use a shield, allowing you to go for another one. The Weather Ball spam from Cherrim, by the way, is insane, like literally completely ridiculous. Like this Pokemon needs like, I don't know, like 9 for the maximum turns for like getting to a Weather Ball, but as you gotta see here as well, next Weather Ball after this one that they currently have, only going to need 2 more fast moves, so yeah, double Weather Ball at this point. Cherry with Bullet Seed is kind of fun, like honestly, like this Pokemon has so much potential. In comes the Quagsire. You can try to go for the Weather Ball against the opponent's Lickitung. Do we see a full Cherrim sweep here? This would be ridiculous, but you swap out here. Hopefully they're gonna go for the Stone Edge though. I feel like if they go for the Stone Edge, which they have to do here, you should be able to go for this full sweep with Cherrim and the Solar Beam. Can we see the Solar Beam? This should be just an Awkward Tail. I'm fairly certain it's just an Awkward Tail. It is just the Awkward Tail, and so it is time to go for a double super effective Solar Beam here. Goodbye Quagsire, and we can move on to the next opponent. Honestly, it's so much fun to play, to watch those Pokemon completely destroy those poor opponents here with the beams. But as you can see, we're going to have the Superior in the lead. Very likely that they're going to have some Electric-type Pokemon in the back, which might be good for you as well. Like Superior is usually paired in this cup with like something like a Stunfisk or a Lantern, something like this. And so we see a Turtonator. This is not what I expected. Turtonator in the back is definitely not what I expected. Going into the Trevenant, I guess is okay. You're forced to use a shield. It is going to be the Dragon Pulse, not like... Oh, they actually have Flamethrower. I thought they only have like Overheat on it, but like I guess they can also have Flamethrower on, which is kind of interesting. Risky bait here, but I feel like they're going to use a shield anyway. Yes, they do. And so you cannot get to another move, but you can kind of rely on your Breloom to go for the full farm down here. The opponent definitely needs one more fast move to get to another charge move afterwards, and so I think you're going to be fine. Yeah, you can farm them down, but you're very, very low on your Breloom. They're gonna go back into the Superior of the super effective coverage move of that Sludge Bomb. Going to connect, do a ton of damage. They have a Barbaracle in the back? What? Like, out of all Pokemon, I did not expect to see this Pokemon here today. But it's going to destroy you as well. Like, what is going on here today? Anyway, next opponent, we're going to have the Charjabug here in the lead, which is going to be an interesting matchup. The opponent swaps out into the Vigoroth, which you can retaliate most likely with that Breloom. Use one shield, farm them down, and I think you're going to be in the best spot that you can be. Just, yeah, use a shield here, go for the full farm down, you have a ton of energy then. The opponent's Pokemon should not be at the charge move yet, so you're kind of safe to go for... Oh, yeah, you're gonna go ahead and go for some Seed Bombs here for sure. This is going to be a little bit of a trickier one, but the opponent decides to use a shield, which is great for you. You don't get to another Seed Bomb, which is kind of unfortunate, but at least you can align yourself here, which is kind of important because Trevenant, at least thanks to the Ghost typing, is only taking neutral damage from the opponent's poison moves, and we will see the Charjabug coming in here now, which is going to go ahead and go for that Exeter. We're going to see the swap out straight away into the Cherrim. Cherrim can still also take an Exeter from the opponent most likely, and it's going to be a close one. I think this game is not over yet. It is... Oh, that did more damage than I expected though. Like, this definitely did more damage than I expected. Weather Ball is going to be able to get the shield from the opponent. And this is not going to be enough, but I think a Seed Bomb. I think you have a Seed Bomb stored, right? You might be able to go for a Seed Bomb afterwards. And no, it's not going to be enough for a Seed Bomb. You should have went for a Shadow Ball here. This is not enough. I thought Weather Ball does more damage, but... Never mind, it is enough. I guess Seed Bomb buff kinda came in clutch here, but I don't think it's really going to matter though, because as you're gonna see, the opponent is going to be easily able to take that move. They can go for a Brine, and that is going to be it for this game. Goodbye there. Next opponent, we're going to see the Empoleon in the lead. This is going to be something where you might even wanna... Oh, it's... Why is it a waterfall? Like, why... I wanted to just say also that's a pretty bad fast move timing, but I'm totally wrong with that because I was thinking about the move Steel Wing, where this would be definitely bad fast move timing, but Waterfall has the same duration as a Bullet Seed, so it does not matter at all. Yeah, this game is over. Like, I would be very much surprised if you would have any chance at all in this battle here. For sure, for this video, just don't try this at home. Like, please don't. it is not really working out for sure in this meta. But I feel like there is a way of building a triple grass team that actually would work out. You just need to have different type of Pokemon. Like, I already like the Trevenant, but then you kind of need something like a Credilli. Credilli is kind of good together with Trevenant. If you really think about, like, Trevenant is being weak to, like, I don't know, like, Dark type doesn't really matter too much, but against, like, Flying type Pokemon. And against Flying type Pokemon, Credilli actually has some play. And then you would need something in the back, though, that can still deal with those other Fire type Pokemon as well. You need, like, always 2 coverages for the Fire type Pokemon, so maybe, like, a Grass and Dragon type Pokemon, not too sure. Only really grass and dragon type Pokemon that I can think of right now that is already in the game, there are quite a lot that are still coming to the game eventually, would be the Alolan Executor, I guess. Alolan Executor. I feel like Executor actually has a lot of play though, by the way. Might be something that also like a cool showcase or whatever. I actually think that the Shadow Alolan Executor has a lot of play in the current meta, just because you have Shadow Dragon Tail damage from a hard-hitting Pokemon. And I feel like this is kind of good in the current meta. In general, Dragon typings are kind of underrated here for this one. But anyway, we're going to see, oh, a Pokemon that does not really have anywhere to go here with the Feraligatr. But actually, it is not even as great as it looks like. Because, yeah, they have very likely Ice Beam here on this Pokemon. Or Hydro Cannon, that's also fine. But they're actually going to be able to catch the move on the Charger Bug as well. But in general, like, you don't have Grass-type Fast Move coverage here really anymore. And so that is a little bit of an awkward one. The opponent is going to be able to go for that extra. You are forced to go for 4 more Fast Moves and then go for the Seed Bomb CMP type. Or you're just going to go for 1 and go for the Seed Bomb, which does not knock them out. That is also a play, but the opponent is never going to use a shield here. And so you're going to go down on this one as well. Yeah, you could have played this a little bit better. But it is what it is, I guess. Like, but for sure, like, there would have been some ways of still playing this definitely a little bit better. The opponent should be able to knock you out here. With 1 Hydro Cannon, we can move on to the next opponent. Let's see what they are going to have here. Oh no, this thing has nowhere to go. The opponent plays basically with 2 Pokemon against 3 here. That is kinda mad. Like, literally, Stunfisk has nothing, like no target at all. And they swap out into a Dugong, and Dugong is gonna get met here by that Breloom. Breloom is going to go for that super effective counter, which is just going to be chunking so much health from the opponent. Again, here you could have went for a little bit of a better fast move, and yeah, fast move timing in general. It doesn't really matter because you can get the knockout. What does the opponent want to do here? Do they want to go back into... They want to go into a Lickitung, which is even better for you. Especially if they're going to try to go for the full farm down. It looked like a CMP tie though, which might be even better for you. And it was a CMP tie. And so what he can do is he can now align your Cherrim. And Cherrim has Solar Beam. And I feel like Solar Beam is the way to go, and also this player feels like Solar Beam is the way to go. And the Lickitung definitely did not think that the Solar Beam was the way to go, and now it is down to a Stunfisk against 2 Grass-type Pokemon, and this is a clear game. What a game it was though, like look at how much damage that Solar Beam did there against a Lickitung. Like, you know how bulky that Lickitung is usually. It is kinda mad, like honestly it is kinda mad. I kinda want to build a more... I know, serious team around something similar like Cherrim, so let's see if I can get some good wins with that one as well then eventually. Depends kinda, I still have some sets to do for today, so maybe I'm gonna try that out as well. Horrible lead for you, and you swap out into your... Yeah, I would be shocked if you have a chance of winning this battle. Like, if you win this battle here, if you win this one, I'm definitely going to end my YouTube career here at this point. There is literally zero way of winning this battle. Like, this is the thing as well, which I kind of would have liked to see like a little bit differently towards this showcase here. I would have liked to see like something like a Credilli in the back instead of the Breloom. Yeah, Breloom is fine. Like, Breloom is funny or whatever. But having some kind of coverage against those Fire-type Pokemon would be kind of nice. But again, like, there is no way of you winning this battle. So we can most likely move on to the final battle here afterwards. Because, yeah, you're actually still trying though. Like, that is at least something that is quite difficult for some, but yeah, this is definitely not going to work out. This is going to be the knockout, and this is actually already the final battle anyway, so hopefully you still enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like and check out the video from earlier on where I went 13-2 with Magcargo. So yeah, feel free to check this one out, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.